real slow.
Hey guys, so today we are finally giving you the tire review you've all been asking for on the 38-inch Milestar Patagonia MTs. After more than 15,000 miles of experience on these tires, not just on the highway but also on the trails, we feel confident enough to give you as accurate and as honest of a review as possible. And I would love to start with the number one thing we love the most about these tires, and that's how insanely silent they are on pavement. Street, highway, it doesn't matter. These things are silent. And honestly, until these tires, I thought it was impossible, but they are super quiet. And for me at least, and for how much that we travel in this Jeep to and from the trails and around the country, it's easily the number one thing that we love. It's a super nice feature. It's amazing. And hands down, Milestar gets a 10 out of 10 in that category. Dead silent. Okay. So I'm gonna have Kevin move a little closer for number 2, which is gonna be the performance and durability of these tires off-road. So first off, one of the things that was crazy to us, if you'll remember from our Rubicon Trail experience, Kevin and I actually blew a bead on one of these tires and the rim came down on the sidewall on top of a rock and Kevin actually backed up over it. In that section, he burped all the air out.
Yeah, sweet. Boy,
The good news is you didn't cut the tire.
Yeah.
The tire's still perfectly.
Those tires seem to be pretty strong on the
yeah.
sidewall.
Woo! Yeah! And there was hardly a scuff on the sidewall. It didn't tear, it didn't break, it didn't puncture. The sidewall on these things are a 3-ply construction and obviously they're very tough. In addition to that, once you air down, the sidewall flexes really, really well. Before we had bead locks, Kevin and I usually ran about 10 PSI, give or take, and they did phenomenally at that pressure. Now that we have bead locks, we usually run about 7 PSI, but either way, the amount of traction that these tires have is really, really impressive. I'm pretty sure that Kevin and I have shown time and time again just how well these things perform when climbing up slick rocks.
Did you watch where to go? Just as you get going up, just roll into it and roll through it. Or you can just walk up it. Okay.
They take on obstacles like they're nothing. And I think we did a really good job showing this on our most recent trail ride down at Huracan, Utah at the Trail Hero event. That is insane. Keep going. I have no idea what tires this guy is running, but the difference right there is ridiculous. Now, one of the reasons that Kevin and I think that this tire does so well in so many different areas is the tread. If you look closely, you can see the center tread here actually resembles more of an all-terrain style versus the outer edges, which are more aggressive mud terrain style tread, which we believe contributes to not only how well this tire grips rocks when we're off-roading and rock crawling, but also how silent it is on the highway. There you go, straighten out. Oh God. See how you can see into the Sunrider desktop? Not to mention how well it performs in wet and rainy weather, which is, of course, number 3. Now again, if we look at the tread really closely one more time, you'll see just how much siping these lugs have. Now that's what's really gonna help you in both your wet weather and snow traction. Now, although Kevin and I haven't quite had the opportunity to test these tires out on the snow, we have had a ton of experience with them on the rain, both off-road and on-road, and its traction is definitely impressive. Now, between that experience and of course the siping in the tread itself, Kevin and I have high hopes that they'll perform just as well in the snow as they have in every other aspect so far. With that being said, I do want to mention that these are a softer compound tire, which means you will have to rotate them more frequently, probably about every 3,000 miles, just to make sure that you get the most out of their lifespan. I'm gonna have Kevin here take his handy dandy screwdriver to show you just how soft of a compound these things are. Look at that. So squishy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not pushing all that hard. So I've had soft tires in the past, and typically what I've seen is that after a few heat cycles, or maybe 5,000 to 10,000 miles, they will start to harden up. They won't be as soft as they were in the first 3,000 or 4,000 miles. That's not our experience with these so far. Now, although these are new tires and they're still this soft, we did show the new owners of the tires that we gave away for free at the Trail Hero event.
Those have like 10, 12,000 miles on them?
At least 10 or 12,000 miles on them, highway, rock crawling. They were still this soft. We were still messing with it. So as of yet, we haven't experienced any hardening in 2 sets of tires that we've had.
Which brings us to our final point and everyone's favorite price point. This is yen and euro, by the way. These are definitely not dollar bills.
We're going to Japan.
Okay.
Hey, no, get those back to me. You don't get to keep those. Those are mine.
Okay, so it's worth mentioning that these tires are priced well below the competition. For some reason, there's some people that think that means that there's something wrong with them, or maybe they just don't perform as well as they do, or something like that. And that's simply not the case. As we've shown you, and as I've told you, they're really, really, really good tires. They just happen to be priced less than the competitors, and they happen to be affordable. I mean, but that's not a bad thing. Obviously, I mean, my pocketbook likes it. Kevin's pocketbook likes it. They're inexpensive. They're affordable. They perform freaking fantastically on-road, off-road, wet weather. We'll find out about the snow, but they're great. If you guys were curious as to what we thought once and for all officially on the 38-inch Milestar Patagonia MTs, this is it. They're a fantastic tire all around. We love them, not to mention that Milestar makes a 38-inch tire, as well as a 37 and a 35 and a 40. They make a ton of different tire sizes, which is also, of course, a huge plus. So even if you don't want the 38s, you can jump down to the 37 or jump up to a 40 if you're super adventurous. We love these things. They're great tires, and we highly recommend them. So there you go. There you have it. Once and for all, our official review. We love you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, so today we are finally giving you the tire review you've all been asking for. Or not. Sorry.
Gold digger.
Just gonna make it rain tonight. Oh God, no, where'd it go?
Those are only $2.
Oh, this euro's worth like 25 bucks.
Yeah, true. How much is that yen worth?
Not a lot. $1.
$10.
$10. It's 1,000, yeah, $10. You're right.